brand new video. This is going to be a detailed review of the NXT Heavyweight Championship replica belt. This is the replica belt made by Figures Inc. and distributed obviously by WWE Shop and the other WWE affiliated websites. So yeah, this is the version 2, the second edition of the NXT Heavyweight belt. Obviously the first one was the one with the big X and the really wide strap. So personally, I think most people do prefer this design. It's a really smart dual plated nickel and gold design with, and the replica does feature this as well, a stacked piece. The actual X itself is another plate on top, which gives it that nice two-layer effect. So really smart looking belt, but we'll get into the details in a moment. We'll start off with the strap and get that out of the way quickly. So it features really nice imitation tooling here with the X's on the design going from snapbox to snapbox underneath the plates there. You can see the snapbox designs here, a similar stamp to what Jamar used to use on his old belts. Very similar stamp design there, and a different tip to that of the ones used on most of the WWE belts. Right, so we'll get onto the plates. I've actually unscrewed this plate already. These removable plates do feature imitation screws on the front, similar to how the Universal, the Network logo belts have these removable side plates, as does the NXT belt. So you can see just removed by 2 screws, which I've already unscrewed from the back, just the WWE logo there, and then kind of the empty space on the plate where you can see the strap going underneath. So I'm not sure if WWE already sell the different superstars side discs, side plates I guess on this belt, but yeah, really smart. I am a big fan of this design. I do like how it has these 6 grommets on each side. Really smart looking belt. I do enjoy the grommets, although these positioned a bit differently than I've ever seen them on any other belt. But a really cool belt design. So you can see the actual depth of the detail itself really well about here. See the layers of the plates there. You can see the detail inside the X as well, this kind of square pattern design, which catches the light really nicely when the belt moves about. You can see there. So yeah, this actual X here, the one with the square crosshatch pattern, is actually an additional plate attached on top, which I think you can see from there. The plates, I should point out, are roughly 4-5 millimeters thick each. So it's a really good quality replica belt actually. If you're actually curious about getting one of these, I highly recommend it. Just looking at it now, it is probably one of the best replica belts available at the moment. I'm proper impressed with the quality of this. The strap, as usual in replica belts, is not very good. It is the simulated leather, so you can see it's not flexible. The detail on it looks really good, so if it's just for display and you're not bothered about the quality of the strap, then by all means it's a really good looking replica belt. But obviously if you're looking to get it done, a real leather does improve the belts, and given the quality of the plates, it gives it a very close appearance to the real belt itself. Like, these stacked layered plates really have impressed me on this belt. You can see the N and the T on NXT is actually etched into the plate, which kind of gives the NXT, the X looks like it's standing out even further from the plate itself. So we'll take a look at the back. I've started unscrewing the center plate as I want to give a look at what the X is actually attached with. So we'll give it a go at unscrewing that, but as you can see here, it just features the WWE patch there. Okay, so we got the center plate unscrewed. You can see it was attached by 8 screws all around the belt, so quite good positioned screws. I was never a fan of having belts attached on the sides of the center plate by just 1 screw. I would rather have 2 here than just the 1, because the strain of, obviously these are the grommets and these are the side plates, so when the belt's being bent and held like that, it's only 1 screw holding it in place. So I'm always a bit nervous, especially on real belts. On the replicas, they're all quite light belts, so they're quite secure, but on real belts you'd need more than 1 screw on this side. But let's take this strap off, as you can see. So flip this over so it's the right way around. As you can see, the X pattern actually goes all the way underneath, and you can see how off-center and angled that patch is actually sewn on at the back there. So it doesn't look great, but you don't have to see it. So here we can see the X itself is screwed on by several more screws Underneath here you can see a batch number 2018.01N. I'm assuming it's just a batch number. So we'll unscrew this X plate as well and take a look at how that looks. Okay, so we've just got the screws all removed from this. There was, what, 10 in total, as you can see here on the X part. And we'll just lift that off. Right, so this belt really comes apart in several different sections. You can see the, I don't know if it's to cut weight or just save materials, but parts that don't need to be there, as in like a back to this plate, aren't there. So it might be to save materials, it might be save weight on it or whatever, but yeah, you can see just how nicely these plates fit together, these stacked plates. They've done this on, making a bit of noise. This is a pain in the arse to take it off the plate now, there we go. On several belts in the past, I'm thinking of like the UFC belts and the penny tag belts. They had stacked pieces, but they were all cast as one plate itself, so they weren't removable. So they had different layers, but they were all in one piece. This is actually more similar to how real belts are made, where it's done in several plates that are all screwed together. So, and then obviously attached onto one strap. So it gives it that 3D effect, that multi-layered effect. But just here you can see how these plates themselves come apart and how the belt is actually put together. So quite cool to see that. It's a really nice belt. Again, the strap, not great quality, but that's what you come to expect with these simulated leather straps. The plates themselves though, the detail is honestly quite fantastic. You can see a good millimeter or two of detail depth in there, and yeah, really impressive belt. So yeah, if you ask my opinion, if I recommend this replica belt, I definitely do. It is probably one of the better replica belts I've ever gotten to work on. I will be re-leathering this, and yeah, it's been great to look at this belt, handle it, and really get to see it for the first time. So yeah, I recommend this belt if you're looking to buy a good quality replica. Yeah, get it re-leathered if you like. If not, it's still a great display piece. That being said, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Goodbye.